Hello, everyone. And I wanted to do a video just talking about the bundles. So since the new patch came out, usually what happens is a patch will come out and they'll put stuff in for the month in the patch, and then people will data mine that. So it becomes very easy to know what's going to be upcoming in the month. And I think this is a good thing, right? I think it's good that we have information to see what bundles and releases and cards and stuff like that are going to be coming out so that people can prepare. So even though it might be annoying for the developers, I do think it's good for the players just to know, okay, I need to start saving for this bundle, I need to start saving for that bundle, and just be more prepared. So we're just going to do a bundle analysis. I do have a pretty strict system of whether I think a bundle is worth getting or not. In last month, I think the only one that really fit the system was the Jubilee $5 bundle. Everything else didn't really fit the criteria. So we're gonna be looking this month, see if there's anything that jumps out to me. Pretty much been stockpiling my gold, so hopefully there's something to use this month. So we do have the friendly battles. We do have the card down ranking. I've talked about that in probably the last video, so I'm not gonna focus on this too much. But a lot of cool cards are being down ranked. The notable ones being Shuri for sure, Bass, Valkyrie, Super Skull. I think is a really good counter for things like Darkhawk and whatnot, and maybe Hell Carrier with the new season pass card. Modark might also see some play. Um, Now, here's the juice of it. This is what we're really going to be focusing on. The bundles. There are 4 upcoming bundles, some with collector's tokens. So let's take a look at them, see if they make sense. So first one's positively charged from February 7th to 28th. It's 8,000 gold. So right off the bat, I think gold is always a plus if things cost gold, because that means you can farm it with in-game currency. You don't have to spend any money on it, so that's always a big plus. You gain 3,000 collector's tokens. So I want to throw this out. Let's say that was it. That was it. Like 8,000 gold, 3,000 collector's tokens. That's it. I'd probably be like, you know what, this might be worth it. Like, actually, I obviously like no, but like let's say you were just starting, you were still completing series 3. Uh Collector's tokens are so hard to get in series 3. They're so hard. You need to open so many boxes. I could do the math, but I don't have the math on me. But every four boxes you open, every 4 caches you open, which is like 48 levels, you'll get 100 tokens, right? So in order to open 3,000 tokens, you have to open, right, 4 times 3, right, 12, 120 boxes or so, like that. It's so many levels essentially. So tokens are such a premium before completing series 3. If after you complete series 3, then the tokens are really not worth as much. So this is like really only super premium if you haven't completed series 3 yet. But I know a lot of people watching haven't done that yet, so I will say, like, that alone is worth thinking about. Obviously 8,000 gold is a lot, so I would say like it's maybe not worth it, but it goes to show you how important the tokens are before completing series 3. If you complete series 3, I'd say that's absolutely not worth it. You're wasting your gold here. But before that, being able to choose 3 series 3 cards that you want to fit your deck, you can really start getting a deck build that could work. So I think that's already very good, but let's see what else they add on top. So 6,000 credits. Now I know 100% this is worth it, right? So I would say, without seeing anything else, this is 100% worth it. 8,000 gold for 3,000 tokens and 6,000 credits. If you do the gold transfer rate, you're supposed to be getting, let me see, if I were to do the math real quick. You're supposed to be getting 10,000 credits, right? So essentially, you're losing 4,000 credits to get 3,000 tokens, and that's absolutely worth it. So I'd say this is definitely the bundle that you want to be looking at. And then on top of that, you get the Mr. Negative boosters. Once again, that has no value. Be My Valentine title. Once again, that has no value. Mr. Negative avatar. Once again, no value. But then you get a Mr. Negative variant, which I would say does have value, and it's a variant that you might not have, right? So, Mr. Negative is a Series 3 card. I actually don't have Mr. Negative, uh, even myself. So this would actually give me a new card to play with, as well as the 6,000 credits and the 3,000 tokens. This is absolutely must get for pretty much every player that that can buy it with gold. If you can buy it with gold, absolutely. If you have to spend money with it, right, then 8,000 gold, I believe, if we look at how much it costs um in actual gold value, I believe that's the max gold purchase. So that would cost you can't see it, but that would cost $99. And if you were actually spending $100 for this bundle, I'd say no way. Don't do it. That you're trolling. But since the gold can be farmed in-game currency, and there was actually quite a long window for you to get this, I would say if you can farm with currency, definitely get this. If you can't farm with the currency, if you're not anywhere close to 8,000 gold, which I am, right? So I want to say, you can see I have 6,700 gold. I want to say this is why I did not recommend the Dino variant, the Dino bundle, right? Because these things can happen, right? If you bought the Dino bundle, right, it cost you what, 4,000 gold. There's no way you can farm enough gold in the time available to get this new bundle. So that's why I was saying that Dino bundle was not worth it, because hey, if they add a good bundle that's worth it, now you're gonna miss out, or you have to spend some money, which I wouldn't recommend. So definitely think the Mr. Negative bundle here is absolutely worth it. Definitely a strong bundle to pick up, and it kind of shows you like, oh, you got to be very careful with the bundles for gold that you're spending, right? If you skip one, or if you pick one up, it has to be justifiable, because you won't be able to get maybe the next one that's coming. If the next one is significantly better, like this positively charged bundle, then you're going to be feeling really bad about the bundle. And I did see a lot of players pick up the Dino bundle, and I was a little concerned, right? Because I realized the possibility of this happening. But yeah, if you didn't pick up the Dino bundle, this is absolutely the one you should be picking up now. Hopefully, it works out for you. So yeah, but this is a great start. This is definitely the type of bundle I want to see more of. This is definitely the type of bundle I approve of. It's farmable in game. It gives you collector's tokens. It gives you a decent amount of credits for the purchase, and you get a Series 3 card that you might not have. So perfectly great bundle here. We're definitely starting off hot. Next up, we have the West's View Story bundle. So you get it costs 2,000 golds. You get the I Love You title, which is that's heartwarming title, I would say. No value. You get the Scarlet Witch avatar. Okay, you get the Vision avatar. Okay, and then you get the Scarlet Witch variant, and you get the Vision variant. I will say that I really like this Scarlet Witch variant. I will say, like, this is a nice variant to have, and I do play a lot of Scarlet Witch, so uh so I would say for 2,000 gold you're getting no credits. From a progression standpoint, this bundle is not worth it at all, right? Basically, you're going to have to say, are these two variants each worth 1,000 gold, right? Because I would say the avatar and the titles aren't worth anything. You're gonna have to make the justification that the two variants are worth gold. Now, the downside here is that these variants are Series 2 variants, right? So you're not getting a Series 3 variant like with the Mr. Negative variant. You might not have Mr. Negative, but you're absolutely going to have Scarlet Witch, and you're absolutely going to have Vision. So you're not gaining any, like, oh, I can play a new card and that might be worth it here with this bundle. You're basically going to have to say, do I like the Scarlet Witch variant? Do I like this Vision variant? And if you do, then you might pick these up. So I will say, like, there is a chance I could take this. Very likely I won't. Like, if I'm being honest, very likely I won't pick it up. But Like, let's say they gave me 2,000 gold for free for some strange reason. I just had 2,000 gold laying around. I could see myself picking up this Scarlet Witch variant because I think it's really nice. But other than that, like, I don't see it. But moving on, next up, we have a Steamy Hell's Kitchen variant bundle. This one's also for gold. So they're doing a lot of gold bundles, which I approve of, right? Like, I think the um the price or the money bundles really not my favorite. Uh Basically most money bundles are going to be priced out for me. I'm not going to be really spending too much more past the season passes. I think that's already excessive in my opinion. So any money bundles are really they're hard to justify. So I like the gold bundles basically. I like that they're giving you options. You gain Are You My Soulmate title, which once again no value. Daredevil Avatar, once again no value. Electro Avatar, once again no value. Daredevil variant, and then Electro variant. So this is very similar to the West Side Story, where you're getting two variants for 2,000 gold. The one caveat with this is that the Daredevil is a Series 3 card that I don't have, right? So I would speed up my Daredevil acquisition of being able to play. And I think Daredevil's a very strong card. Like, I think Daredevil's very strong. So this one, from a progression standpoint, you could say if you had 2,000 gold lying around, you could almost justify getting it. The problem, though, the problem with this right now is the way these bundles are set up, right? This bundle is coming out first, and it's gonna drain all of your gold. Because if you have 8,000 gold, it's gonna drain all your gold. So for me, that's gonna drain all my gold, and I'm not gonna be able to gain enough gold. Well, you get like 500 gold per week, right? So I'm not gonna gain enough gold to get the Scarlet Witch. You get 1.5 gold per week. No, isn't it 500? It should be a lot less than 1.5. You don't gain 1.5 gold per week. That's not true. It's 500 or so. Yeah, it's 500. 1.5 is insane, right? Like, that's not true. It's 500, guys. So you're not going to be able to gain enough gold if you buy this bundle to get the other two bundles. So you could say if you weren't able to gain 800 gold, but you do have a long time to get this one. If you aren't able to gain 8,000 gold, then maybe you can spend your gold here. But I haven't seen the fourth bundle, so before we start thinking about whether this is worth it, right? We have to look at the fourth bundle. But these two bundles are very similar. You get two variants that you can play with. Electro variant, everyone starts with. Well, Electro variant Series 2, so most likely you're going to have it. But the Daredevil one is a Series 3 that you might not have, whereas Vision and Scarlet Witch are both Series 2, so you will have those. So the other one that might be for progression is the Daredevil. So that's the one you have to keep in mind. And then the last one, Birth Pool, February 22nd to March 3rd, is also gold. They're all gold bundles. I'm very surprised about that. Maybe according to their stats, the gold bundles did much better than the money bundles. That would be my thought process on why we're getting only gold bundles. But I do like it. However, it's very interesting that maybe I just have to think that their stats show that the gold bundles performed significantly better than the money bundles. That was an interesting change from last month, where there was a lot more money bundles. Now we're getting only exclusively gold bundles, which I do approve of. So here you're also getting collector's tokens. So once again, there's no way I'm getting these two bundles in the middle. So right now, from that, I already, these are absolutely not on my radar at all anymore. So now we have another good bundle for tokens. So yeah, definitely this is the one I would be looking at after the Mr. Negative one. So 3,200 gold for 1,500 collector's tokens, and you're also getting 3,200 credits. So you're not even losing that much in terms of credits to get the 1,500 tokens. I would say this bundle already is better than the Mr. Negative bundle. So if you can only pick one, right? I would say like in terms of progression, in terms of what's better for you, this birth pool is actually the better value because you're not actually losing that much in terms of credits. In terms of how much credits you're actually losing, if I were to do the math, um, you're only losing 800 credits, right? You're only losing 800 credits for this, where the other one you're losing 4,000, right? So it's significantly more expensive in terms of the credit loss to get that Mr. Negative bundle, though it's still really good. If you could get both, that's definitely optimal. You're getting 291 Deadpool boosters. That's so many boosters. I don't know why you're getting that many Deadpool boosters, but that's a lot. There's maybe a reason for it. Merc with a Mao title, Deadpool avatar, those don't have any value, and then you get the Deadpool variant. So Deadpool is also a Series 3 card that you might not have. I just pulled it today, so I do have it now. But actually this is a very good week for bundles, for gold bundles. This is a very good month for gold bundles. So I would say these are definitely worth it. Obviously, now that we have this fourth bundle, I would say the middle two are not worth it at all. I would say like if you were to pick as like I would say middle two are absolutely ignorable. The ones you want to focus on is the Mr. Negative bundle and then the Deadpool bundle. I would say from a progression standpoint, the Deadpool makes is the best value, and you also might not have 8,000 gold for the Mr. Negative bundle. So if you had to pick one, I'd probably pick the Deadpool bundle. If you could get both, that's optimal. But I think most players will not be able to get both, right? Because that means you'll need 11,000 gold, right? And I don't think you can farm 11,000 gold within the two. So I would say if you have the gold, and you could only pick one, go for Mr. Negative because you're going to be getting more collector's tokens, especially if you haven't completed Series 3. Then I would say this is better because you get more options. However, if you only had to pick only one, then I would say the Deadpool one is actually better. And I actually myself might only get this Deadpool one because I think there's gonna be more bundles, and your gold is gonna be a premium, right? So I actually think maybe I'll just get this one, ignore the Mr. Negative one, and then just use because I don't need. I'm in a position where I don't need to get more Series 3 cards, right? It's not a premium. I already have a good enough deck to work with, so I might not need that extra 1,500 collector's tokens. However, I do think this is they're both good, and I would say like if you're starting out or something, the collector's tokens are more important for you, right? Because being able to pick 3 series cards of your choosing is so important, especially early. But if you're comfortable, you have a good deck, you think you're fine, then I do think you could just kind of lean towards the Deadpool one. So these are pretty good. Like I would say I'm relatively pleased with the bundles. I'm gonna be honest. I'm actually surprised that there's no money bundles. I think I was expecting a lot of them. So probably they didn't perform to their expectations compared to the gold bundles. That would be my thought process there. So I'm actually kind of pleased with the bundles that they send out. So this is good. Good on you, second dinner. Like these are better. These are better. And in terms of the other stuff here, this video is basically focused on the bundles, but they also added a ton of new variants. So that might be something to think about. You can see Dan Hip is pretty popular, right? So they've worked with him a lot, and a lot of cool variants. This electro variant's pretty cool. So if you do want to take a look at like this is a cool Uta variant, okay. If you want to take a look at some of the new variants they have added, you can definitely take a look at them. But yeah, there's a lot of cool ones. This Groot's kind of cute. No, this Groot's kind of I'm down for this Groot here. It sucks that no one really plays Groot, but yeah. Um, but yeah, something fun to look at. This Shadow King scares me. I don't know if I like that one. But yeah, definitely some cool looks here in terms of some new variants if you want to spend some time taking a look at some of them. So, but overall, man, Dan Hip is so popular. Like they really wanted a lot of them from him. So, yeah. But yeah, overall, I hope you guys enjoyed the review for the bundles. I definitely think they're really good ones. So definitely start saving up your gold if you haven't, and start learning that you shouldn't be buying the dino ones for no reason, right? Like you get punished heavily immediately. So yeah, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, now I can answer your question. Is there a link?